Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we're just going to be picking new products to use this week, and we're also going to be going through the products we used last week and what I thought of them. And I do want to quickly mention that I keep getting questions about the giveaway. If you guys ever are wondering, I'm never going to do like a separate video for the giveaway winner. Always go back to the video and check the description box because I always put the name of the person that won there. So if you guys are wondering who won, it's in the description box. So they also did, I already reached out to them, they did reply, and it's already mailed to them. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Shop My Stash video, and yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So the first product I have here is this ABH setting spray. My skin looks super luminous with this. It looks really nice when I first apply it, but throughout the day I feel like it kind of breaks down my foundation, or it did with this one anyways. But it's actually, I think this will be like really good during the winter time, just because, you know, our skin usually gets a little dried up during winter. So I think this will be nice, but I still do like this product, but we are going to put that away. For foundation this week, I had the Foundation by ABH. I have mine in the shade 300C. So this is an okay foundation. It's not the best foundation I've ever tried, and it's not the worst foundation I've ever tried, but it is $38. So this is like a dewy, natural type of finish. I did find that it was kind of like medium coverage. I didn't feel like I really could build it up a lot. And also, I wasn't sure if it was a cleanser I was using, but I used it last night and I didn't use this today, and I think it's the foundation. Close to my jawline, I was just feeling like I was getting like a little rash, and I kept scratching it just because it was itchy. And I thought again it was my cleanser, the Tatcha cleanser that I hadn't used before, because I had just started using that, and I was also using this. And again, last night I did use the Tatcha cleanser, but I didn't use this today, and I'm perfectly fine. Like the past 2-3 days I've been like itchy on, again, my chin part right there. So I think I'm like allergic to something that's in here or something. I don't know, but I am going to return this. And if you're experiencing like some itchiness like on your jawline, it might be this, you guys. And also, I find that this like super emphasizes my pores. Like today I used my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus, and my pores are like perfectly fine without me using like a pore filling primer. And with this, like they were super accentuated, especially like around where I put like the blush, because I've never noticed I had pores there until I started using this. And also, it's an okay foundation, and I don't think I'm really going to be reaching for it a lot. So I'd rather return it and exchange it for something else than keep on using something I'm not like in love with. And I was going to say, I used the Becca Hydra Mist and Set with the foundation, and I thought my skin looked nice, but I wasn't like blown away or anything. So I went through my collection and got the Too Faced Ethereal Setting Powder, the Born This Way. That's like my favorite high-end powder because it just makes my skin look airbrushed, and it's super, super nice. But with this foundation, my skin looked like whatever. It didn't look great, but it didn't look bad either. And this is another powder that I super love as well. This is the Pretty Vulgar Powder Room, Mad About It. And my skin also didn't look like amazing or anything when I did use this. If I use two of my favorite powders that I feel like my skin looks really nice with a new foundation, and the foundation doesn't look good still, like I think it's, you know, a foundation that I shouldn't be using. I feel like I'm going like on and on about this foundation. It didn't work for me. It may emphasize my pores. The coverage was okay. I didn't feel like I really built it up, and it made me itchy, so I am going to return this. That's all I should have said. In here, I had my liner. I used a felt tip liner by M Cosmetics. We are going to put that away. For brows this week, I had this new Maybelline Brow Ultra Slim Defining Pencil in black brown. This is like too cool tone for me. I have red hair and I really like more like warm tone brows, and this is like really cool tone. And then this is warm tone, but it's like really liquidy, and the brush is kind of like big. I find myself like cleaning off my little wand here because it's like really liquidy, so I'm hoping it'll kind of dry up a little bit so it's not so liquidy. I would repurchase this, but like in like dark brown if they have it, because again, black brown's too cool tone. And this is okay. I don't know. Hoping it dries up a little bit so it's not so liquidy. For primer, I use a Pillowy's base. This is nice. It was nice and creamy. I was using the Lorac Behind the Scenes eye primer that's in my project pan. And that thing is like so old that I was like literally tugging on my lids to like apply it on my lids. But this is like really creamy and makes my makeup long lasting. So I did like that. For mascara, I use this Milk Makeup Kush Mascara. The packaging is really heavy and I think it's really nice. This is what the wand looks like. So this mascara it's okay. I picked it up because a lot of people were raving about it. It's an okay mascara. I do find that it does like separate my lashes and kind of lengthen them, but I like more volumizing mascaras, which I didn't feel like it really thickened my lashes. It pretty much like separated and lengthened. It's an okay mascara. We'll be putting that away. I also use this Dose of Colors, I don't know, I think it's like a satin lipstick in the shade Lava Cake. I pretty much just blotted this on my lips because it's kind of like a dark shade. We are going to put this away as well. And then ABH Clear Brow Gel stays in there. This is the MAC Twig lipstick. Here is a swatch of that. We did use it. I like MAC formula. We're putting that away. And then I also did use the Cherry Wet lipstick by Jeffree Star Cosmetics. And here's just a swatch. We're also going to put this away as well. In this next drawer, the first product here is this Natasha Denona Bloom Blush and Glow palette. This is amazing. I really, really like it. You got two cream blushes, powder blush, and then a highlighter. These are super pigmented, really, really pretty. And I really liked this. Definitely a standout product from this week. I had two bronzers in this week. The first one is this ABH powder bronzer in Rich Amber. This is really pigmented, so a little bit goes a long way. So it's also a really nice, like, not too cool, not too warm bronzer. We are going to put this away. And then I also did have this Kylie Tanned and Gorgeous pressed bronzing powder. I was telling you guys when I hauled this that it was kind of more on the reddish tone side, but it's actually not bad. I actually liked it for bronzer. So Jasmine, if you're watching this, I did like it. Thank you for giving this to me for my birthday. I did like it, and the formula is really nice as well. I also did find that it's pretty pigmented also. The shade anyways is, so we are going to put this away as well. Oh, I put this in here so I wouldn't forget to talk about it. This is the Wet n Wild Waka Waka, I think it's a blush brush. So I used this for bronzer because Kathleen Lights was raving about this brush as for bronzer, and it's okay. I feel like it's more on the stiffy side for me for like bronzer, so I don't know. I'm gonna use it for blush. I just put it in here so I wouldn't forget to talk about it since I did use this in my first impressions video. But I do like it. I just feel like it's a little too stiff for my liking for bronzer. I decided to put this primer in here. This is the e.l.f. Beautifully Bare Luminous Matte Primer. And I put this in there because this was like my go-to like a few weeks ago, and I really loved how my skin looked with this. Like I used different foundations under this primer, on top of this primer, and my skin looks super good. So that's why I picked this to test out with my ABH foundation. And I was telling you guys that any foundation I used with this, my skin looked good, but with this foundation, again, my skin wasn't the greatest, you guys. So I already talked about it for like 5 minutes. Anyways, this is the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer in the shade Golden Natural. So this color doesn't look like orangey a little bit, but I find that like CoverGirl products, especially like foundations, they kind of turn orange on me for some reason. And I did find that this kind of oxidizes a little orange as well. The formula is nice. It does have a doe foot applicator like the Tarte Shape Tape. I feel like the coverage is pretty much like medium coverage. I didn't find that it was like super full coverage, but it does have really nice coverage. It didn't feel like drying on the under eyes either. It was really nice and creamy when I was applying it. I do like this. And then for powder, I also had this Becca Hydra Mist Set and Refresh powder. This is super cooling. It makes your brushes feel like they're wet when you're applying this. My skin looks super good. I use this with my Makeup Forever foundation that's in my project pan, and my skin looks really nice. Like I paired these two together, you guys. Like I didn't have great skin when I used this, so this should probably definitely be like a fail this month, you guys. But this is nice. I am going to put this powder away. And then I also really like this. This is the Hangover Good to Go Skin Protecting SPF 25 Moisturizer. So this smells like coconuts. It smells super, super good. It also has a pump, which is nice. I got this for free with a gift with purchase from Ulta, which is also nice. But you can pick this up if you're interested in it. It smells like coconuts. You know, it moisturizes the skin, plus it has SPF, prepping for, you know, your skin to go out to soak up some sun. I really like it. The scent is nice. Yeah, it smells good, so we'll putting that away. I had this in from my chopping block, but I'm gonna put this away because I need to do an update on my chopping block products. This is the Laura Geller Baked Gelato Vivid Swirl in Rose Water. So I feel like I have to like really pack my brush for this to show up, but it gives like a really pretty like sheen to my cheeks. We are going to put this away. And then the last thing in here is this Pixie Correcting Concentrate and Brightening Peach. It's just kind of like a corrector for dark circles. And this has been working pretty well, and I have been using it. I've been using this with my CoverGirl. I don't know, I've just been using a corrector to kind of really, you know, help with my dark circles. It did a really good job, so we are going to put that away. In here, I have two palettes. The first one is this Pat McGrath Mothership Subversive Metamorphosis. And this is an all shimmer palette. Here is what those look like. Pat McGrath like shimmers are super nice. This is kind of like a shimmer, but it's super dark. Like I used this to deepen my outer corners one day. And these are super nice and creamy and super nice again. So we are going to put this away. Another eyeshadow palette I used was this Dominique Cosmetics Latte palette. I really enjoyed this palette. It's super simple palette, perfect everyday palette as well. I used everything except for this one and this shade. The shimmers are super nice. They like, you don't even have to apply a lot and they show up. They're really nice. The mattes were super nice as well and pigmented, and they just worked super well. And I really liked this palette as well. I thought the formula is really nice, like everybody says it is. I like it. It's a nice everyday palette, and I would definitely travel with that as well. I did use this one time. This is the Touch and Soul Metalist and Glitter Shadow Duo. This is in the shade Margaret. Yeah, it's nice. It has like kind of like a glitter. It kind of flakes off, so you kind of have to use like, you see how there's like flecks over here? You have to use like a glitter glue, but super metallic and super pretty. We are going to put this away. I also did use this one time as well. This is the Becca Light Chaser Highlighter in Rose Quartz Flashes Seashells. And here is what that looks like. As you can see, it has like a pink sheen to it. It's really cool. I actually really liked it. It was nice to kind of switch it up, you know, from a pink or like gold highlight every day. It was nice to kind of have like a more noticeable pink highlight. I liked it. So I also had this Makeup Obsessions Mega Honey Highlighter Illuminator, and I think the shade is Mega Honey. And I really liked it. The pigmentation is crazy because it's super long lasting. I was finding that my foundation was like breaking up, but the highlight was like on point, never faded. It looked like I had just applied it. Like when I just applied it. This is really nice. I'm definitely interested to see if they have more of these because I think like the formula is super nice and really long lasting. I didn't use this single eyeshadow again, you guys. We're definitely going to leave it in another week. And I don't believe I used this. I used it like once or twice after the first impressions, but I feel like maybe I should leave it in another week. This is the Pac-Man High Score Blush Palette. I thought it was the like shimmering blushes that was kind of emphasizing my pores again, but it was the foundation. Anywho, we are going to leave this in as well. And we are ready to go ahead and shop my stash. So let's go ahead and do that. Shop my stash. I'm actually going to really be shopping my stash and pick products that I haven't used in a while or forgot I had. So we are going to dig deep into my collection. We're not going to pick anything that's new. We're definitely going to look and see what we can use for this next week because, you know, shopping my stash is shopping through our collection, not just using new products like I have been lately. I've been shopping way too much and I really just want to focus on my collection and really use stuff that I haven't used in a while. So I feel like I rotate my setting sprays really well, so there isn't really anything I haven't used in a while. I feel like I haven't used this in a while. This is the Wet n Wild Primer Water Spray, so we may need a setting spray as well, but I do have my MAC Fix Plus that's about out, that I'm still working on, that I just left throughout the other Shop My Stash. So I think we're just going to pick this primer water and use the MAC Fix Plus to kind of keep on using that. And then for foundation, I haven't used the Joa Beauty Truly Yours foundation in a while, and I actually was kind of thinking that I should probably use like this. I definitely haven't used this in a while. I'm not a big fan of like stick foundations, but we're gonna use this because again, I haven't picked this in a minute. This is the Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation in F6, and this might not match me actually, but yeah, we're gonna take this. I did find that this is like more hydrating, and I did find that my O's peek through faster with this foundation, but we're gonna pick this for foundation this week. So now we're gonna go into this drawer where we always go in. Actually, we need to pick an eyeshadow primer. So we're gonna start rotating eyeshadow primers. This is actually concealer, but I'm gonna stick it in with the eyeshadow primer. Oh my gosh, this is like an OG eyeshadow primer, right? I wonder if I should use this. I haven't used it in so long. Yeah, let's pick that. But this is an OG. I haven't used the Urban Decay Primer Potion in so long, but this is actually new. It's just like a little sample size. But we're going to use this for primer this week. And then for concealer, I actually want to use... So again, we're digging deep. We're going all the way down to our collection. This is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Concealer in the shade 2W. So we'll be taking that as well. And then for brows, I want to use this for sure, the Gimme Brow by Benefit. And I feel like I rotate my brow stuff pretty frequently. So maybe let's see, what should we use? I think I'm going to use the Brow Wiz, the ABH Brow Wiz. So we'll take both of these as well. And then we do need a mascara, and also I feel like mascara is something that I do rotate pretty frequently as well. So let's use this one. This is the Thrive Cosmetics Liquid Lash Extension Mascara. And this is like a tubing mascara, but here's what the wand looks like. So here is primer, and I've been thinking about it, and this is the one that I want to use. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. It's a primer and moisturizer in one. This is my second bottle. I really used to love this primer so much, and I haven't used this. It's again a new bottle. I just haven't used it since I opened my bottle up, this new one up. So we're going to take this. I was kind of thinking maybe I should pick something for pores, because I keep forgetting to pick something for pores, and something I haven't used in a minute is this one right here, the Maybelline Master Blur Stick in light medium. So we are going to take this for pores as well. So we'll be taking these two. Down here is powder, and one thing I wanted to use for powder was actually this Kat Von D powder. I haven't used this in so long, and I actually have a mini as well. I want to see if I want to keep this powder in my collection or not. I was kind of thinking of putting in the little mini in a chopping block to kind of really test it out longer than a week to see if I want to even keep it. But I think this is probably a good powder to use for the next week. And I don't really reach for like these kinds of powders over here either, so maybe we'll pick one of those next time, because I usually like to set my under eyes with like a translucent powder and also the whole face. So we'll just take the Kat Von D one. For bronzer, something I haven't used in a while, this definitely, I feel like I've used these not too long ago. This is probably something I haven't used in a while. Maybe I can pick this, and then I could also use this to set the under eyes as well. Yeah, we'll take this for bronzer. And then this is the blush drawer. I feel like I rotate my blushes pretty well also. I need to do a declutter. This maybe I should use. I had two of these e.l.f. blush palettes, and there was a light and then a dark. What the heck? I can't open it. There. Yeah, let's go ahead and use this. I haven't used it in a minute. And again, I had a light and then a deep, I believe. And I ended up, these two are coming from the light and then these two are from the deep. So I kind of created my own little palette here. So I think we should test this out. Here is highlights. I haven't used these. I don't really reach for my loose highlighters just because I feel like they're a little messy. This one seems like a little darker than this one a little bit. This is in the wet. I'm So Lit by Wet n Wild, so we can take that. And actually, I haven't used these also in a minute. I have Eclipse, Siberian Gold, and Peach Goddess. I think I'm going to take Peach Goddess just because this is a little different and it'll be nice to use. So we'll also take that. It's kind of nice to kind of rotate everything, you know, really dig deep into my collection to rotate everything. I feel like these I rotate pretty well. And I don't have very many up, so that's probably why it kind of gets rotated nicely. So, I think I'm going to take this Kat Von D Trooper liners. For liners, I'm going to take this Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Chaos, and then this The Balm Mr. Right Now in Brian, and I did swatch them already, so it's just like a nude, and then like a blue cobalt shade, so we'll take those, and you know what? I should probably be rotating in like my gel liners as well instead of just using liquid. Let's take this Inglot gel liner. We can try this out also. This one's kind of looking pretty to me. This is the Pixie Glitter in the shade Rose Gold. Probably able to use this. I feel like I rotate this pretty well as well. Like the glitters kind of, I guess. They rotate semi-frequently. Maybe we should move these and look what's on the bottom, right? So let's go ahead. Maybe let's use this blue. I wouldn't really normally reach for a blue, especially during the week. So this is a Shimmer and Glow in the shade Freedom. Well, yeah, I guess we'll be taking this next week. Then we should be good. And then eyeshadow palettes. Let's kind of look all the way on the bottom, see what we got. I need to do a declutter, you guys. So the Casey Holmes highlighting palette, but I have 2 highlights already. Well, maybe I can. Why not? So again, Smashbox times Casey Holmes. She's one of my favorite YouTubers. This is in Spotlight palette in Pearl. So we're going to take this as well. I don't find that this is super blinding. I don't know. What do you guys think of this formula? I feel like it's okay. It's not like the greatest or anything. So we need to pick an eyeshadow palette. Move you back. I actually want to use like high-end ones. So I was thinking of using this. I've been like thinking about this palette for like the past 2 weeks. Haven't used this in a while. The new Norvina palette's coming out and I actually really want it. But this needs some love as well. As you can see, it looks like it's used, but not like a lot. So again, this is the Norvina ABH palette. So we're going to take this. And then actually I want to use a palette that's in here by Morphe. And this is the 25C Hey Girl Hey palette. I remembered about this palette because I saw somebody on Poshmark selling this palette and I was like, I have that palette. Totally forgot I had it because it's just been like way in there, like hiding, you know? I want to do an eyeshadow palette declutter. I might be filming that this weekend because I just have a lot of palettes I don't use and I know I'm not going to use. So I just want to kind of get rid of them instead of them just sit here. But this is the palette I'm going to take. And then I'm also going to take this as well, so it'll look nice together hopefully. And then lastly we have is lippies. Definitely going to have to dig deep, so let's reach in here and see what we got. Way back here is these. Definitely haven't used these in a while. This is the ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Weekender. This was a really pretty shade. It's like a bright red. Super nice. I love red shades, so we can use that. And then this is a Bite Beauty Matte Cream Lip Crayon in Red Velvet. It's also, because this is like my red drawer. Maybe we can use these two. And then, should we look like a vampy? No, it's not vampy season yet. Let me push everything and get from the back. I need to do a lipstick drawer too. Declutter too. Don't judge me. I haven't used this in a minute. This is the Too Faced Got Peach. This will be nice during summer still. Like the last few. This is nice. We'll take this as well. And maybe we should pick one more. Let's keep digging. This is funny. I'm just digging back there. What is this? This is in the shade Layover. Oh, what is this? This is a lippy stick by ColourPop in the shade Cami. We can take this as well. See? That's what happens when you shop your stash digging deep. This is the Cami lippy stick. So we got 4 lipsticks right here. Everything is now organized. In here we have the usual lippies, lip pencils, mascara, brow products, my eyeshadow primers in there, and my Inglot liners in there as well. My foundation stick, and then Wet n Wild primer water is up there. Complexion products are usually in here. Here's what everything is looking like. And then down here I have the rest of the products. I do have to stick this back here when I take this back to my restroom, because I get ready in my restroom every day. And then on the bottom drawer I have my 2 highlighting palettes. I forgot I had the High Score by Wet n Wild in here. Norvina, Smashbox, Casey Holmes, and then the glitters and that shadow I need to use, you guys. So it was nice to shop my stash, like digging deep for products that I haven't used or picked or forgot I had. So I'm looking forward to trying a lot of this stuff. You know, I haven't used in a minute, and it's all products I've had in my collection. Nothing is new in here, which is nice. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's Shop My Stash video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!